Can we do story time?
Yeah.
Story time. So basically, there was a point of time, I can't remember what year. What is my shoe?
2017.
2017, yes. The year I graduated. It was right after graduation.
It was?
Yeah. But the airline systems had us completely messed up. I mean, like, okay, so for starters, our flight was supposed to leave at 5:40 in the morning. So I went to her house in the middle of the night thinking that, okay, we got to get to this airport at 5:40, but then they rescheduled it from 5:40 to 7:20. That's when we were like, oh, we got time. We got time to chill out for a little bit. We not in no rush. Okay, cool. We get to the airport. As soon as we get to the airport, they already had us messed up as soon as we walked through the door. Because the way that Spirit has their whole bagging situation, you can't have a carry-on with wheels. No matter how small your luggage is, you cannot have a carry-on with wheels.
I paid.
Holly had to pay $50 just to bring her carry-on on board, right? I had a little carry-on which had wheels on it. But when they was telling me about the $50 charge, I was like, hold on now.
A burger from Chick-fil-A, y'all.
A burger from Chick-fil-A. That's what we was on this morning.
Alright, go ahead, I'm sorry.
They was not finna charge me no $50 because I had a duffel bag that they said that I can use as my carry-on bag instead. So I was like, you know what? I'll just take the stuff from my suitcase and just put it in my duffel bag.
Why did you have a duffel bag in the first place?
Because that was gonna be the bag that I was gonna book. That was gonna be the bag that I was gonna put underneath the plane. Okay. Good thing I didn't. So I switched up, didn't have to pay the $50. Sadly, she did, but we was like, you know, we're not gonna let that ruin our trip, right? So we get to the terminal for a 7:20 flight. Our 7:20 flight then got pushed back, but that flight was supposed to be a connecting flight for many different people traveling to different countries. We were supposed to have a flight that was going to take us to Fort Lauderdale, and our connecting flight in Fort Lauderdale was going to take us straight to Puerto Rico. Exactly. We were supposed to be there at 12 o'clock. No problem, right? Simple and easy. 7:20, they tell us they're pushing it back to 8:30. I'm sitting here like, well, hold on. What about our connecting flight in Fort Lauderdale? Like, are we going to make that? Do we have to reschedule? No, they didn't want to say none of that. They didn't tell us none of that. They said specifically, if you are going to Puerto Rico, you are fine because this flight is taking you from Fort Lauderdale to Puerto Rico. You remember that. So, but they said everybody else who had connecting flights to, they were saying all types of countries like Africa or I don't know. It was all over the place. They said, you cannot get on this flight because you won't make it in time for your flight in the future. So I was like, okay. Well, dang, they won't make it, but we straight. I'm like, all right, we straight. I ain't got no worries. We gonna be all right. We don't got no connecting flight in Florida because this is the same plane, like they said. Then we got rescheduled to 9:40. The reason why we got rescheduled to 9:40 for the flight to take off is because honestly they had no crew for the flight. How you don't have no crew for the flight?
We was really waiting for a bitch to pull up.
We was waiting for the flight attendants, the pilot to pull up to really fly this plane to Fort Lauderdale. So like I said, me thinking that, okay, these will be the same people and the same plane taking us to Puerto Rico. We have no problems. We're fine. It's okay. We're going through all of this. Then we finally board the plane at like 10:10, right? But now they're telling everybody, the ones who can't go to their connecting flights in other countries, to basically go figure out something else. All right. Then we had to wait another hour long before the flight even took off because they had to take out all of their luggage off of the flight. Same people that they just told that they can't take them anymore. Okay? So I can already feel their pain. So then they had the nerve after all of this to then offer us complimentary water. I felt so disrespected. I'm like, everybody was on the plane irritated. Like, everybody's like, really? Wow. Complimentary water. Remember that? Everybody was already frustrated and hot. And then they had the nerve to, for the inconvenience, we're gonna give you complimentary water. No, you rescheduled our flight, first of all, from 5 o'clock this morning because you had no crew. That was unprofessional. They finally get all of the people's stuff off the plane. All right, we're about to take off. We're in the air. Okay, yay. We're moving forward. We're about to land in Fort Lauderdale.
Man, that plane started shaking on no cap.
It did, turbulence. But we about to land in Fort Lauderdale. The pilot is telling us, once you get off of this flight, we have no idea where you are supposed to go, where your connecting flight is. All of this stuff, the pilot is just calmly saying over the loud monitor. So me picking up on what he's saying, Holly and her mom, who went with us on the trip, are over here sleeping, right? So I'm sitting here like, something don't seem right, because I thought this was the same plane. So I asked the flight attendant, I said, this plane is going to Puerto Rico, right? She said, oh no, I'm getting off as soon as this plane lands. So I said, so okay, you getting off, but what about this flight? Like, this flight is gonna take us to Puerto Rico, right? She was like, I have no idea. You're gonna have to figure that out when you get off the plane. We was just called to come get on this flight to Fort Lauderdale. It was so last minute. Nobody was prepared. Because these are the same people who were told to get on the flight in the first place because we were going to Puerto Rico. So I'm like, okay. We all get off the plane. We're all looking around crazy. A plane of people getting off at Fort Lauderdale having nowhere to go. Their connecting flight is already gone. Some, like for us, we had to check into the hotel that night or else we were going to lose the hotel. Our room, basically. They may not have like another room for the next night. We're not in Puerto Rico. We're in Fort Lauderdale. They was like, oh, you're going to have to go here to figure out where's your flight. We went to our flight terminal and they took off. The same 10:10 flight that we originally had, which was our connecting flight, they took off already at the right time. So it's kind of like, I don't know if there was miscommunication between one flight and the other saying that, hey, wait, because we still got some people of yours left. There was no communication. So I'm like, all right, we go to at least try to find the people who can help us. Spirit Airlines, Customs or whatever. Walking all around Fort Lauderdale.
All around Fort Lauderdale.
I'm carrying this big ass duffel bag that has my suitcase stuff and the other stuff in it. It's heavy as hell. Okay. We get to the line and I'm seeing the people behind the desk. They have the most nonchalant, don't care attitude. They did not care. They did not care about our problems. They did not care about the other people's problems. They really sat there and was like, okay, well, the most that we can do for you is get you a flight tomorrow at this time. Huh? We were supposed to be in Puerto Rico tonight. This is my song. But we were supposed to be in Puerto Rico tonight. Trying to explain to them the situation. They putting people on flights at 3 p.m. in the afternoon.
Oh, keep in mind, me and my mom, we literally let Shay talk for every day because our ass can't talk, y'all.
I'm trying to with these two buffoons. Like, coming to America.
Like, oh, Shay got this. Go ahead. We just
because
like, oh, hell no.
I was like, where is the professionalism? Where's the situation? So I ended up getting us a little hotel room with a meal plan, which
the meal plan was actually good.
I'm not gonna lie.
Decent.
The stop in Fort Lauderdale ended up turning out nice. The reason why it did is because Holly actually had family in Miami, and I have family in Miami. Yeah, so my uncle picked me up, and he took me out to this nice little seafood restaurant, and it was actually amazing. It was fun. Holly and her mom got to see her people, and then we just came back to the hotel, and we was able to fly out the next day. The Spirit Airlines was so bad, we had to fly JetBlue the next day. We didn't even fly Spirit the next day. But they took us to Puerto Rico. And JetBlue did us right because you know what? They gave us free water, not complimentary water.
Free water is complimentary water. JetBlue gave us complimentary water because it's free.
JetBlue was just being kind to us. They had a movie on the flight. They came on time, left on time. We fought for her carry-on. I had to fight for her freaking carry-on so she did not have to pay again. Because they had her messed up over that $50 already. So I had to call Expedia and let them know about themselves because I was like, this right here is too much. But Expedia wasn't no help neither because they're like, we don't know what's going on, which I get because Expedia is just like a travel agency. But they're kind of like, it was Spirit Airline that we were having the problem with. They were just so unprofessional, didn't care. But no, the trip was actually fun.
I met me a Kevin. He was Puerto Rican. My mom was hyping me up, and at the time I was 17. So, mother, what are you doing? But it's okay because he was fine.
Yeah, we was lit. We was on that girls' night out energy, no cap.
I got his number still. I added him on Snap and everything.
He lived in Puerto Rico?
Yeah, he lives in Puerto Rico. He was the Uber driver for Puerto Rico.
Oh, he was the Uber driver. He was the Uber driver?
Kevin.
Was it the one that took us to the city or is the one that took us to the airport?
The city, I think. San Juan.
Then we went to San Juan while we was in Puerto Rico. We went to this really amazing restaurant. Playa La Playa.
No.
Hey, it was something Playa.
That's breakfast.
That was amazing too. That's what I'm talking about. That breakfast spot was everything.
It was a restaurant that was actually good.
And there was a restaurant that was actually good.
I
It
forgot.
was so good.
It was an Italian restaurant though.
Oh my goodness. Like the food was spectacular, the dessert was beautiful, the ambiance, they served us in wine glasses. They had like this little wine cellar little thing in the back. Honestly, it was very nice for a great price. And then they had I think they had like a Taco Bell down the street. Yeah, they had a Taco Bell.
Yeah, everything. Wendy's, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, all of that.
They did have everything, but because there are still America technically.
Yeah.
But they had French fries at Taco Bell, which was kind of different. But I was like, all right, I see y'all. I was like, that's kind of backwards. How does Puerto Rico have French fries at their Taco Bell, but America don't? Even though America is still technically Puerto Rico. Make it make sense. Yeah, that's how Spirit had us messed up. Vacation was still beautiful. Vacation was still fun. Playa La Playa, I really think that's the name of the restaurant. The breakfast and brunch, that was beautiful. They had like these like French toast, these chocolate Oreo French toast little platter. It was just beautiful. Don't fly Spirit. We sucked it up, and honestly Spirit was a little bit better on the way back home. They were more structured, so we was like, all right.
This is from the breakfast place.
Playa La Playa.
It was a guava bowl.
Guava bowl.
A kale bowl.
Oh my, the acai, that breakfast meal is no joke. Lord. And then the beach was nice.
Yeah.
And then the pool was nice. The resort was nice.
This is a video of the resort.
Was beautiful, reminded me of like, you know, the San Francisco streets because they had like little tiles and stuff. Then we went on this really nice boat ride around like the San Juan.
It wasn't nice. I fucking hate boats.
I can't swim, so not really scared of boats like I should be, but it was a nice little ride. But then they had like this little party boat. They had like the DJ on top of the boat. Like I've never seen one of these boats before. I was like, okay, y'all about to party.
Oh, at the airport.
But that's that. We got home safely. Trip was honestly a success, but Spirit had us messed up in the beginning. Had us real messed up. So when you're traveling, I highly suggest prepare yourself for the flight delays. Prepare yourself for the problems that may occur while traveling. It is better to travel with a suitcase with wheels.
No, it's not.
Okay, she says no, it's not because they make trash.
Oh, you're talking about because you have to carry yours?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I think you meant because of the carry-on.
No. Because not all airlines charge you for your carry-on. And especially the carry-on she had.
And American Airlines don't. I really fuck with
But
Delta.
I guess where it falls in is because Delta and American Airlines is more expensive. Spirit is more cheaper. So maybe they tried to put that 50.
Yeah.
But that still don't, you see that little area?
Yeah.
That's the unprofessionalism that come with it. So Delta and American Airlines, stay safe. Cause Spirit gonna have you messed up.
I'm finna knock the fuck out when I get home.
Come on, let's go.
That's it.
Bye, y'all.
Thanks for listening to my story time.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to the story time of our little situation. And catch you on my next video.